Nature doesn't just make insects, sometimes it creates straight-up illusions. Creatures that look like leaves, twigs, fungus, thorns, and even things we'd never expect. And the wild part? These disguises don't just hide them, they rewrite how survival works. Today, we're diving into bugs so convincing they trick birds, trick predators, and honestly, trick us. Some sway like branches, some freeze like statues, and some disappear by pretending to be something sharp, harmless, and totally ordinary. And when we reach number 8, you're going to question reality for a second. 1. Costa Rican leaf katydid. This katydid looks so much like a perfect green leaf that you almost feel tricked. It has veins, brown speckles, fake bite marks, and wings shaped exactly like the leaves it hides on. When it freezes, its 45 to 60 mm body becomes impossible to spot, even for hungry birds. Some individuals even grow tiny, fungus spots, making the illusion feel shockingly real. And when it sways, slow, gentle, and totally convincing, you can't help thinking nature gave it acting lessons. It's one of those fake bugs that makes predators, and humans, walk right past without questioning a thing. 2. Dead leaf moth. This moth is basically a dried leaf with wings. Its body matches the exact brown, curled edges you see on leaves that fell weeks ago. It has fake rot patches, a clear, stem line, and uneven edges that look like weather damage. Even up close, it's hard to believe something this still and fragile looking is alive. At around 50 to 70 mm, it blends into the forest floor so well that predators step over it without noticing. Some even show faint holes on their wings, printed by nature. That's how unreal this level of insect camouflage gets. 3. Leaf bug, Phyllium. Leaf bugs are basically walking plants. Their bodies show bright green veins, leaf edges that ripple, and even brown damage spots copied from real leaves. Many reach 50 to 95 mm, yet you still won't see them unless they move. They also sway gently, perfectly imitating a leaf hit by a soft breeze. Some species even have wings that look like fresh leaves on top but dull, older leaves underneath, like a real plant. No wonder they fool birds, reptiles, and scientists who accidentally grab them. They're the superstar models of mimicry insects, and they absolutely know it. If this kind of mind-bending animal science is your thing, hit subscribe to Critterology and tap like so the algorithm knows you want more of the weird stuff. 4. Stick insect, Phasmatodea. Stick insects are basically living twigs. They match bark texture, knots, cracks, and even the broken angles of real branches. Some grow up to 300 mm, yet still vanish in plain sight. What's crazy is how they position their legs at the exact angle of nearby sticks, like nature trained them in posing. A few species even rock back and forth to mimic branches being pushed by wind. Their nature disguise is so flawless that predators stare straight through them. Honestly, if a stick insect doesn't want to be found, nothing on earth is going to spot it. 5. Dead leaf grasshopper. This grasshopper folds its wings and instantly becomes a crisp dead leaf, complete with a bold midrib line, faded edges, and tiny dark spots that look exactly like decay. Measuring 40 to 70 mm, it sits low on the forest floor, blending perfectly with the litter. Some individuals even show fake creases, like a leaf that's been stepped on. When it jumps, predators get confused because the leaf suddenly takes off. It's one of those deceptive animals that proves Mother Nature has a wild sense of humor, and some serious design skills. 6. Leafhopper mimics. Leafhoppers may be tiny, just 5 to 12 mm, but their disguises are next level. Some copy thorns, others look like lichen bumps, and a few mimic those strange little plant warts nobody pays attention to. Their shapes are so ordinary that predators simply ignore them. A still leafhopper might as well be glued to the plant because it's nearly impossible to tell apart. Some species even match the plant's exact texture, not just color. This type of bug mimicry shows how even tiny insects can master illusions that keep them completely off the menu. 7. Katydid nymph, leaf stage shapeshifter. Katydid nymphs are nature's tiny costume changers. When they're small, 10 to 25 mm, they imitate red baby leaves, matching the fresh colors new plants grow. As they molt, they switch to bright green leaves, and later they gain brown patches that resemble damaged or chewed foliage. Each stage looks like an entirely different plant part. Their ability to update their disguise keeps predators guessing non-stop. Some even develop tiny markings that mimic leaf fungus. It's the kind of transformation that deserves an episode of Bugs Explained, because every change feels like nature showing off. You won't believe what nature has given us next. These insects take mimicry to a level that feels unreal. You're about to see creatures so creatively designed that scientists still look at them thinking, there's no way this thing is real. 8. Thorn bug, tree thorn mimic. The thorn bug is one of those insects you'd swear is just a sharp plant spike. Its body forms a perfect upward-pointing thorn, complete with angled sides, woody colors, and a shape that blends right into branches. Even the 10 to 20 mm size matches real thorns. Birds avoid it because they think it's something they can't eat. Some thorn bugs even line up so the whole branch looks protected. And when one moves, your brain glitches because thorns are not supposed to walk. It's nature disguise taken to the funniest possible extreme. 9. Peppered moth caterpillar. This caterpillar goes all in on pretending to be a tiny twig. Its thin body, rough bark-like texture, and dull coloring let it blend into any branch it rests on. At 20 to 30 mm, it even holds itself at a perfect branch-matching angle. Like it's auditioning to join the tree. The wildest part. It can adjust its color over time to match the plant it lives on, a genius form of insect camouflage. Scientists discovered it even senses a twig's shape through touch, then copies it. Watching it stay frozen for hours feels like twig cosplay at championship level. 10. Waxy monkey froghopper nymph. This tiny nymph looks like a clump of white fuzzy mold, not an insect. Its 5 to 10 mm body produces fluffy wax filaments that cover it like cotton. Predators take one look and think, ew, fungus, and move on. Some researchers even ignore it during field surveys because the disguise is that good. It sits still on leaves, blending with natural mildew patches until it suddenly hops, which feels impossible because mold shouldn't jump. It's a brilliant example of bug mimicry, turning a boring plant problem into a survival shield that hides a creature in plain sight. 11. Assassin bug nymph. Assassin bug nymphs pull off one of the cleverest disguises ever. They glue dead insect parts onto their backs. Wings, legs, dust, anything works. This creates a walking trash pile predators totally ignore. At 8 to 12 mm, they're small enough that the debris completely hides their real shape. The shield even masks their scent, which helps them sneak up on prey. Watching one move is surreal, like a clump of dirt deciding to walk away. Among all deceptive animals, this one proves nature doesn't just hide things, it builds full costumes for them. Alright, honest question, which one of these insects do you think would cause you the least harm if it landed on you? We're curious what you'd pick. 12. Green lacewing larva. This larva pretends to be something predators hate, dead ants. It piles empty ant skins on its back after eating the soft insides, creating armor made of actual ants. At 6 to 10 mm, it becomes a moving mound of leftovers that predators avoid because ants taste awful and fight hard. Even crazier, the disguise lets it sneak right into ant groups without getting attacked. Imagine a tiny creature wearing a costume made of its enemies, and succeeding. It's one of the boldest tricks among mimicry insects, showing nature's creativity with equal parts brilliance and chaos. 13. Hoverfly, bee and wasp mimic. The hoverfly is the ultimate harmless insect pretending to be a stinging wasp or bee. Its bold yellow-black stripes, shiny thorax, and zippy flight pattern convince predators instantly. At 8 to 15 mm, it's small, but the illusion is so strong that birds avoid it without hesitation. Some species even mimic the buzzing sound of real bees. It's a survival trick built entirely on confidence and costume design. You look at it and think, danger, but it's actually one of the softest fake bugs out there, all looks, zero sting. 14. Ant mimicking jumping spider, murmurarachne. This spider doesn't just look like an ant, it behaves like one. With a 5 to 10 mm slender body, narrow waist, and glossy exoskeleton, it nails the ant look. But the best part is how it waves its front legs like antennae. Predators take one glance, see ant, and instantly back off because ants bite and swarm. Even its walking style is copied. And when it finally leaps like a spider, it creates a weird nature jump scare. It's the kind of creature that belongs in Bugs Explained, because its performance is almost Hollywood-level mimicry. You think the last ones were wild? Wait till you see what's coming. These next insects are so insanely convincing that even experts sometimes do a double take. Nature didn't just get creative here, it went full masterpiece mode. 15. Velvet ant, actually a wasp. The velvet ant isn't an ant at all, it's a wingless wasp dressed in bold warning colors. With its bright red fuzz, tough exoskeleton, and powerful sting, predators instantly think, do not touch. At 6 to 20 mm, its ant-like shape helps it slip unnoticed through nests and dirt. The mimicry works two ways. Ants ignore it, and predators avoid it. Some species even squeak loudly when threatened, adding another signal to stay away. Among deceptive animals, the velvet ant proves nature sometimes hides danger behind the most innocent-looking body. 16. Ant-mimicking beetle, myrmecomorph beetles. These beetles copy ants so perfectly that even ant colonies accept them as one of their own. Their bodies are narrow, shiny, and segmented just like real worker ants, and many reach 3 to 10 millimeters, ideal ant size. Some species even rub against ants to steal their scent, slipping into nests like tiny con artists. They wiggle their antennae, match ant walking patterns, and keep low to the ground. Predators avoid them because ants taste bitter and fight in groups. They're easily among the smartest mimicry insects, pulling off social infiltration at a genius level. 17. Wasp mimicking moth, clearwing moths. Clearwing moths look so much like tiny wasps that most people never realize they're harmless. Their wings are transparent, their bodies are striped yellow and black, and even their flight style copies real wasps perfectly. At 15 to 30 millimeters, they hover around flowers buzzing like stingers ready to strike, except they can't sting at all. Some even hold their wings in the classic wasp triangle pose. Predators avoid them instantly, giving them safe access to nectar and open airspace. They're some of the best fake bugs ever created by nature's imagination. Alright, honest question. Which one of these insects do you think would cause you the least harm if it landed on you? We're curious what you'd pick. 18. Spotted lanternfly nymph, beetle-like mimic. Spotted lanternfly nymphs aren't beetles, but they sure look like them. In their early stages, they're completely black with bright white spots, hopping around like tiny, wingless beetles. This look gives them simple but effective insect camouflage, helping them blend into bark, dark leaves, and shadows. As they molt through the first 3 instars, they stay black but grow larger each time. Then comes the dramatic 4th instar, a bold red body splashed with black and white spots, about half an inch long. They show up in late summer beside emerging adults, looking like little warning-colored sparks bouncing through the trees. 19. Metalmark moth caterpillar. This caterpillar pulls off one of the most shocking disguises ever. It looks exactly like wet bird poop. At 10 to 15 millimeters, its shiny white patches, dark smudges, and uneven texture perfectly mimic fresh droppings. Predators avoid it instantly because nothing wants to eat bird waste. It sits right out in the open, totally fearless, because its disguise is basically unbeatable. Some even develop a glossy texture that reflects light like slime. It's gross, brilliant, and a masterclass in insect camouflage, showing nature cares only about survival, not style points. 20. Bird-dropping spider. The bird-dropping spider takes bug mimicry to a level that barely seems possible. By day, it curls its legs and stays perfectly still, looking exactly like a wet bird splat thanks to its chunky triangular body and white, brown, and black markings, even the shiny, drip effect. Predators ignore it completely. But at night, this master of disguise switches tactics. It hangs from silk and releases a scent that mimics female moths, tricking males into flying straight into its jaws. Females reach 20 millimeters and guard marble-like egg sacs, making this spider equal parts bizarre and brilliant. So now you've seen the insects that rewrite the rules of survival, tiny creatures turning mimicry into an art form. Some hide in plain sight, some pretend to be dangerous, and some disappear so completely it feels supernatural. If today's journey made you see nature differently, stick around. There's still a whole world of creatures waiting to trick our eyes and change our minds. And trust us, the next video is meant to take your knowledge of insects to a whole new level.